Hello and welcome to a very special sports-related episode of What the Famicom. I'm Dan Salami Scoreboard Tendo
And I'm your co-host, Nick Slam Dunk Tendo.
because those nicknames are ours because we are talking about basketball, college basketball, right?
That's what we do. This is a college basketball podcast.
What the WT Sportsacom.
NCAA Famicom.
Yeah. So we
See?
decided to combine video games and sports, and because it's March, everyone's going a little mad. So this is our March Madness video game episode. So what we're doing
Wow.
is we picked a bunch of video games, randomized them.
Say Field of 64.
Field of 64, because he
Yeah,
said,
do
hey,
you
it's
see
like,
that? He didn't know how many was in a bracket. I was like, we'll do like a bracket. He's like, how many is that? 16 or something like that. You made up a weird number or like 20. And I was like, no, it has to be like a multiple of four, like
when
4,
you told
16,
me that we
32.
had to come up with 32 games each, I almost threw up.
He did throw up. I wish I
I
had
threw
the
up all
text
my fingers
exactly.
on my phone, and that's literally why I got a new phone the other day.
Oh, go ahead. This is the big thing for the podcast. Forget, well, everyone, first off, grab your pens, your notebooks, call your bookie because
Yes.
this is a good one today. This is the
Real quick,
bracket of
yeah.
brackets.
Make sure we're gonna put a version of this bracket online so you can pick your
Play
own
along.
winners and see if it matches up with ours.
Oh,
But what
so
did you
what
want to
would
blow up
they
my
do?
spot? What did you want to say?
Nothing. I was going to tell you to talk about your favorite thing in the world, your phone that won't work anymore, right?
Yeah, my phone wasn't working and I lost 80% of the podcast stuff I made for the past 4 months.
You
And
could
that means
find it
every kind of
online.
clip, and that means a lot of stuff that I lost, and I was very frustrated. I lost a lot of nudies. They still call them nudies?
Did you have a bunch of nudies on there?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, well, yeah, right, dude. Now, someone listens to your podcast, dude. Yo, well, I'm gonna look through your phone. I'm gonna look through your phone.
Go ahead. I'll screen share it. All right, so we'll be right back after this. This is our intro song, but we'll be right back. We're just fucking diving right into it. College basketball, let's bet. It's
Let's
illegal, I
gamble.
think. Shaquille O'Neal, blue chips, everything.
Shaquille O'Neal, born March 6th. That's amazing.
Oh my God. All
Yeah,
right, we'll be
happy
right
birthday,
back.
man. This is like one of our probably slowest, dumbest episodes.
I mean, they're
Wow.
radioactive. They're gonna die eventually.
Did you look this up while we were talking?
You know I can't do that.
You said this is your 9/11 because you lost all your photos and all your podcast work.
Everyone always forgets he has 3 Dans in his life, and it's like the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Guys, you heard it here first. He's really bossing me around this episode.
Take your kid to GameStop. Can you trade him in for Red Dead 2?
We're gonna go to your house, go to your job. We're gonna go to your funerals. We're gonna go to wherever you are with your family.
I like that we
We're
still
gonna
respect
cancel
him
you.
enough to go to their funerals. So we're back. We're just going right into it.
My God,
So
I'm
we
just
explained.
mainlining coffee because I want to get to this bracket so bad. But go ahead,
Well,
explain
you're
it to
probably
me.
really happy that we're doing this episode because your birthday's coming up,
That's it. Yep. By the
and you're like,
time this
"Oh, can we
airs,
finally do?
Yep.
Can we finally do an
Do,
episode that's
do
that's
I
that's something I like?"
do I stutter?
Yeah, every day,
Oh my God,
even in
I had
text.
no idea. I was just looking for a text between me and you. What did he get? Galaxy. Oh, here. That is what I wanted to read. So you got a new phone, right?
Okay.
This guy gets a new phone. I don't think he knows what it is. Me personally, I like to know what my phone is, do a little bit of research. Like
Uh,
I'm a gear guy. You know what I mean? I like to know the newest phone I'm gonna get, the new PlayStation, whatever. Like, okay. This guy, I say, what did you get? An iPhone? And he wrote Galaxy 23E question mark? I think might as well be a Glock. Nah, I mean, I was like, what? And this guy's never seen a gun before, I'm
I've
pretty
never
sure.
seen a gun in real life. I've never seen a Galaxy 23 in real life.
I
So,
guess that's a good point. I
yeah,
mean,
they
we
said they
wouldn't
might
know
as
the
well be the
difference,
same
so
thing.
they might as well be.
Yeah.
And tell them your favorite thing was designing the bracket, the design. They've seen it by now if they're looking at
Yeah,
the
it's the
episode because
picture of
you
Mario's mustache and hat on a basketball, which I'm
it's
very proud of.
actually one of your better ones.
And it was the
Yeah.
last thing I saved and made before
Oh,
everything
before
got
the phone?
deleted. So I
It didn't
somehow
even get
like I
deleted. Didn't your phone just continually reset itself and not stay turned on?
it was something because I had to ask you to send that to me.
Okay,
You got
that's
anything
fine.
else you want to make fun of me about my new phone?
I you said this is your 9/11 because you lost all your photos and all your podcast work. You wrote that. This is literally your
And
9/11.
then I said when
And your phone sent you a notification. Would you like to set a reminder or add event? And we've discussed this before on the podcast. You definitely don't want to recreate 9/11.
no. If you write down 9/11, if you're texting it to somebody for any reason
Mhm.
and your phone says add event, just don't
Don't do it. Do
don't
not
add it.
do it. Whatever you do. And then even funnier is your next screenshot is a picture of the bracket, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're doing brackets.
Yeah.
And you have a green circle and you're like, where do the words go? Like, what? Do you not know how brackets work?
I've never participated. Like one of our other friends said, like, you know how they work. And I'm like, I don't. Like,
I
this is
can't.
so far like outside of my bubble.
I think there was more stuff I wanted to read between our texts, but
Well,
I could go on all day.
I
I
mean,
know.
but here's the thing. When I found out Google Photos saved a lot of my shit, not all of it, but saved a lot of it, I
Oh,
said, this is like reverse 9/11.
yes, that's correct. So people were
So
helping
long
build
story short,
towers.
the intro of this episode, if you lose stuff on your phone, 9/11. If you get it all back, reverse 9/11. Like, to be
Yeah,
honest, in real life, why couldn't they just reverse 9/11?
they should have
They
if they
should have.
cared about anyone. All right, so I'm
Wow,
gonna
the government.
yeah, the
Government
government
much?
doesn't government much. We're gonna get political here. I'm gonna show everyone the bracket because I designed it.
He
Now, did I
did. He
spend a
actually,
lot of time doing it? No, it was literally right before we logged on.
and for
But
me, I was so nervous and it was nerve-wracking for me, even like randomizing the things.
so here, let's see if it shares. And we'll include this in case you're not watching the video.
Yes.
Obviously, you can look along.
So what we did was we both came up with a bunch of
32 games.
video
How about
games,
we say that?
32
Yep,
games
yep.
each. And then we randomized them. So the matchups, we know the first matchups. We don't know the rest of them. We don't know
Yeah.
who
It's-
wins that, who wins that. We don't know the final four. We don't know the final winner.
Do you guys hear the way he's talking about it right now? He's telling you how a bracket works. We all know. I
Well,
hope
what
we
if
do.
what if like my mom listens and she's like, what
You're
is
right.
a bracket? And
It's
like
funny,
it gives her a heart attack and she dies because of this episode.
your mom might come up later in the episode.
Oh no, is she on the bracket?
She might be in bracket 30. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Yeah, so print this out. I hope you're listening
Yeah,
along
take a look.
because
I'll send a screenshot of this to you. I know
Yep.
that's your favorite thing in the world, so you can edit it and do whatever with it. We all picked 32 games. The
Yes.
rule originally was to pick 32 games that aren't the most well known, but I think it kind of became our favorite games mixed with some randoms, is what it looked
yeah,
like.
because when you said they had to be non-popular games or non-commercial games, I'm like, there's no way I can think of 32 non-famous games.
I could have, but I didn't want them to win. Like I started thinking of games I actually like that are like, I
Yeah.
don't know, just my favorite games. And then I noticed you did, so I didn't feel too bad. Even funnier, right before we logged on, I finished all this without telling you because I found this bracket site.
Yeah.
All these bracket sites are stupid. I hate them all. And you logged on and you're like, what do I do with mine? And I was like, I
Everything's
could see
already.
from yep. I added all your games already. So
But I
we're
mean,
good.
but
I'm gonna
who's more
not
dressed
share
up
for
for
a
the
minute.
occasion? I'm wearing a basketball jersey.
I'm gonna stop
Uh,
sharing for a minute, and I'm gonna say I'm not wearing a basketball jersey, but it looks like one.
How crazy is that? The person that knows nothing about basketball, aside from the 2001 76ers.
Yep.
You want me to name them?
Matthew Geiger? Go ahead.
Matthew Geiger. It's Matt Geiger,
That guy.
dude.
His mom calls him Matthew. Trust me.
Yeah, but she's not around anymore.
Oh my god. is she
Probably.
dead?
I don't know.
I gotta look up his mom and see.
Allen
if she's
Iverson,
RIP.
Dikembe Mutombo, Matt Geiger,
Okay. Yeah.
Aaron McKee,
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow, Tyrone Lue. No,
Oh my god.
Tyrone Hill. Tyrone
Yeah,
Hill.
he was ugly. No offense.
People said I
He's
looked like him. People said I was a white Tyrone Hill.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. How do you think I felt in
I'm
2001
trying
when
to
people
think
saying that?
any other bench players I know? You got McKee. Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't all of them. I said I could name all of them.
You named more than any other sport.
My basketball
anything you could
jersey,
name.
it looks like LA Lakers, but it's not, even though I'm from
What is
Philly.
it?
It's a Guns N' Roses
Oh, that's right.
basketball
From
jersey.
who?
And
Go ahead.
my bandana, Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses too.
Just incredible. You should. What was the very first episode of this podcast?
It was about Guns N' Roses showing up in video games, the band. Yeah.
Huh.
Should I delete it?
I'm the podcast.
I don't know myself. I don't know.
Either
I'm
one.
surprised when that episode gets still gets listens, and I'm
Listen?
like, please stop.
Get clicks.
Like, don't
This-
listen to that.
It was pre me.
Yeah. Okay,
That's when
let's
it
get
was really
back. Are we ready
Are
to
we
get
gonna
back
do
to the
it?
bracket?
You want to do the bracket, dude?
Let's get back
Is
to
there
the
anything
bracket.
you wanted to badmouth first? I know this is your favorite. Everyone of our friends, F dot dot A, all
A
these
dot
people,
dot
they
L
listen,
dot dot.
yeah, they all listen because they want to hear what you want to badmouth in real life. IRL.
My aunts, Aunt A dot dot dot, Aunt D dot dot dot, all of them. I'm gonna badmouth it.
Oh, I thought you actually had specifics. No.
No, I'm just saying, like, hey, just assume I'm bad mouthing you if you're listening.
All right. Well, people in my life, I'm bad mouthing you. Oh, dude.
J dot
Uh,
dot. I mean,
check
I
this.
feel like we didn't
Check
badmouth her enough
this.
last
Hold
episode.
on. Someone from the Discord.
Mhm.
I don't want to dox him, but his name is his first and last name. He has glasses in his picture.
Okay.
It's
Bill
J
Gates.
dot 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 T dot dot dot.
Okay.
Found him on PlayStation last night.
Uh-huh.
He added it to my game. I was
Ew.
like, oh no. Well, I was like, what's he gonna sound like? I don't know. Is he gonna be weird? What if he was like he made
You're
bird
saying, what
noises?
if a human being made those noises? Is
Yeah.
that what you just said?
I don't know. I've never met him. I've never heard him. He just added to my game and I was really scared and nervous.
Okay.
But he ended up being a normal person. And we ended up matching with someone whose name was asterisk 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 Hunter.
You
We were
can't do
playing
that.
So I asked him, I said, did you just pick all those asterisks? And he was Southern, like straight out of Texas, Alabama. I don't know. And he went,
Uh-huh.
oh man, they cut off my word. And I was like, I don't know what it says.
Was
He
it
says,
ass?
so I asked, I was like, what is it supposed to be? And he says, that's supposed to be MILF, man. I'm hunting the MILFs.
MILF Hunter.
I'm a MILF appreciator. And he kept saying he was going on, dude. He was a blast. So
Oh, this guy sounds great.
shout out MILF Hunter from the South, the deep South, and shout out Jay dot 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 from the Discord. He ended
And
up being a
also
normal
shout out
person.
Ass Hunter, also, if you're out
There
there.
is no ass hunter, but if there was, so that was like my big adventure. I was
All right,
nervous,
that's
but
actually pretty cool.
yeah, he
Is
was a
the game
normal
that
person.
you played last night on this bracket?
It is. Yep, it's gonna come up. And you said I could put it on there. You mentioned
Yeah,
the
and you're like,
game by name.
please, can I put
Oh,
new games on there? I'm like,
please,
yeah,
can I
whatever.
get? Yep. Let's see who has the newest game. Hold
Okay,
on.
let's head to
Take a
the
look at the
bracket now.
bracket. All
All
right,
right.
hold on. Let me share my
So
screen
our
here.
first matchup
I
will
think it's this one.
be, I think I
Let
saw, do you
me.
want to start from the left or the right?
Yeah, top. Dude, they're numbered too. The games are numbered, so you go in order. I know. I'm like disgusted at him. Like, God, stop.
Okay, so the
Uh,
first matchup seems to be, I think it was Earthworm Jim versus
Bionic
Bionic
Commando.
Commando.
Both are swinging with their bionic things. Like Earthworm Jim
Both are
swings with
like both
his
are little like
worm,
yeah, swinging things.
and Bionic Commando swings with his Bionic Commando swingy thing.
So what is it, the original Bionic Commando?
I don't know. I wrote it.
Well, no,
Oh
here's the
wait,
thing. That's why, because I'm saying, because in the remake, Mike Patton from Faith No More voices the character, the main character.
really?
Yeah. The
Wait,
guy that makes all those
really?
crazy noises like back and forth,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I know who Mike Patton is, but that's very weird. I didn't know he was in this.
so
How
I want
about
to, and also
what
I think the
system was
create
that?
that was for like the PS3 Xbox. But I would say
Really?
Earthworm Jim, the guy became a
Hmm.
piece of shit later in life.
No, he didn't. What did
I'm
he
pretty
do?
sure. I think he became like
It's like a
super
scumbag.
anti-trans or anti like gay or something.
Oh, geez. I was gonna
Something.
pick Earthworm Jim so easily, but
I
well,
am picking.
you're also going by the voice actor. I actually just was going by the game, but you can do whatever you want, dude. I voted Earthworm Jim. I just decided. Not because of that piece of shit, but because I like whipping a crow and a cow being lynched.
Honestly, because I would say Earthworm Jim also because I think I could go back and play Earthworm Jim.
Hmm.
I don't think I can go back and play even the original Bionic Commando. I played it before. So Earthworm
This
Jim
one's
is
oh Jesus. Why
the
does it
winner of
make it
that
a
one.
font? All right.
All right.
Easy. That's it.
All
That's the
right,
first
that's
game.
it. All right,
It's
I'll let
easy.
you say the next one.
So Garfield Kart and Twisted Metal Toe. As you can see, I tried to line up like certain games that were
Uh-huh.
similar. Sometimes it works, sometimes it
Listen,
doesn't.
Garfield Kart, pros, lasagna,
Uh-huh.
cats,
Okay.
single dads.
Single dads.
It's a
Okay.
very like liberal kart game.
We're not very political, so I think we're gonna go Twisted Metal is what I would
All
vote.
right,
But you can
so what's in Twisted Metal 2?
two is I think didn't we play both
They
recently?
do go
I
they
feel
do
like
go around the
one.
world.
Yeah, World Tour.
It's
It
a world
blows things
tour.
up.
Garfield Kart, I think, is only in where his hometown is.
Not Abu Dhabi. Is that where he's gonna send
Oh yeah,
Norman?
the one place they always talk about. I don't think it's a level in Garfield Kart, so fuck him.
Kind of a
So
little
I would
racy
say
too.
Twisted Metal. Yeah, Garfield
All
Kart,
right.
or racist.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Garfield, racy and racist. All right, Twisted Metal 2 is the winner between Garfield Kart and Twisted Metal.
If you guys think differently, either you're wrong or you can, yeah, comment section. Who knows?
Or we're
All
gonna
right.
cancel you.
or we're gonna cancel you. We're gonna go to your house. We're gonna go to your job. We're gonna go to your funerals. We're gonna go to wherever you are with your family,
I like
and
that
we're
we
gonna
still
cancel
respect them
you.
enough to go to their funerals.
Well, not theirs, like anyone's they're going to. So they're going to a funeral for another relative. We're gonna be there, and we're gonna
We'll
cancel
make
you.
that funeral happen. Um,
Did you just threaten to kill her relatives?
who knows? So our next matchup is It Takes Two versus Portal 2.
Okay, this is a really good one.
I really, really like It Takes Two. I've only played it recently. I actually borderline
I'll
love it.
allow it. I'll allow it, dude. Only because that's really weird. Who the hell do you play with?
My
My
girlfriend.
girlfriend said, I knew it. My
What
girlfriend. I was
did you
gonna
ask that just to make fun of me?
no, because I wanted to know who it was, but then I knew who it was
Okay,
gonna
what
be as
video
I
games do you
asked.
play with your girlfriend? She doesn't even know you play video games.
I'm not gonna tell her. She doesn't even know I like video games.
I
Don't
know.
don't
She,
say it, or that I have a video game podcast I'm in.
yeah,
Yep.
she probably saw
Yep.
the PS5 and it's like, what is
Yep.
this VCR?
And I said, it's not mine, it's someone else's. I'm holding it for a friend.
I'm holding this VCR for someone.
I'm holding this. All right.
Yeah.
I'll allow it, even though I think Pearl 2 is funnier
I
and
think It
more
Takes Two is really funny
innovative.
too. So It
It's
Takes Two.
it's not that fun. It's not that not funny. So it's
Okay.
fine. What studio made It Takes Two? Do you even know?
The a great
Wow.
I don't know.
A great studio.
Oh,
Oh,
the
thanks.
studio that made Tie Me Up. No, what's it called? Lock Me Up.
What?
What's that jail game?
Is this a sex game? I don't know. It's a
No,
jail
No
game?
Way Out. No Way Out.
Wait, really?
I think it's the same studio. Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny. That's a stark difference. One, like I tried to play with my son the prison game because I was
Yeah.
like, it's a fun two-player game, and it is vulgar. They say way too many bad words.
Uh-huh.
They reference way too many things, and it's way too much a prison game. And I was like, we have to stop playing. So that's funny
Uh,
if it's them.
okay. So the next one is you.
Okay, you don't have to call people out. We can just say it's Dishonored 2 versus Deathloop.
I just recently played Dishonored 2 after like 8 years of not playing it.
And you played Deathloop. It's the
And I
same
just played
engine.
Deathloop. I kind of like Deathloop more.
Well, Deathloop
It,
came out after. It's
even though I
okay to have a
love the
newer game
Dishonored
win.
universe, Deathloop is so fucking fun and you introduced me to it.
Did I?
Yeah, you told me to play it because I think you were playing on your PS5.
Yeah, I was playing on my PS5. I just didn't know I told you. Great. Now everyone knows.
Great. Now everyone knows we talk outside the podcast.
All right. So Deathloop's gonna win, even though it's the same game engine.
Literally,
Same.
I think you even told me that. You're like, it's literally the same,
I mean, the little health
different
bars are the
skin.
same. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, I'll give the nod to Deathloop. I mean, it was made afterwards, and it's maybe a perfected version of Dishonored
Yeah, I
2
guess
with.
that's the better way of saying it.
All right, dude. Here
All
it
right,
is.
the
This
next
is your
one. Oh,
favorite.
that's a big
Your
one. Holy
favorite.
shit. So
Red
it's
Dead 2.
GTA Vice City versus Red
Uh-huh.
Dead Redemption 2. Well, playing Vice City recently,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as like impactful as I remember. Like obviously
It's
there's great
empty.
things about it. It's kind of empty. There's
Yeah, I
like
could see
no one
that.
in the streets. And it's like there's like 3 models in it.
And the buildings feel empty.
And
It's
the
just a lot
buildings
of
feel
empty
empty. You
space.
can't do anything. It's a smaller than I thought. With Red Dead, you can like wipe your ass. And your main and spoiler, you want to know a spoiler?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like your main character like accidentally dies because somebody coughs on him and he gets tuberculosis. And he doesn't
Yeah.
die from like getting shot. He doesn't die from
Oh, I gotcha.
like he was like slowly dying. And I'm like, what a crazy way to kill your main character.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of a wild way. I don't think that counts as why it wins because the main character died of tuberculosis.
I'm pro tuberculosis.
So you like
I
tuberculosis?
think more people should get it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I gotta look into the facts before I argue you. So I don't know.
We're not a political podcast, but
I
hashtag.
want to. I
Yeah.
want to hashtag to get tuberculosis. All right. All right. This one's interesting. I didn't
Okay.
know how you came up with Cuphead. I was like, how does he fucking?
I played
Oh.
Cuphead and enjoyed it. I've never played Hollow Knight.
I have, and I enjoyed it, but it was, and I never played Cuphead, but I'd be willing to vote Cuphead if that makes sense, because I just
Mhm.
feel like it's more of a cult classic game. Like
Okay.
everyone loved it when it came out because it was old school looking, and it was like a platformer, but it was really hard. And I'm guessing your girlfriend played it. Let me guess, did she?
You want to know a funny story?
Go
We
ahead.
were playing the whole time and it was really, really hard and really frustrating. And
Yeah.
this whole time she was looking at my character thinking she was me. And it was like a boss battle. And I'm like, she's like, oh, my bad. I thought I was the blue guy. And I almost jumped out a window.
You just put her on blast. Isn't she a gamer?
I did, but
Officially?
she is a gamer and she's really good at the game she likes. But like, she hadn't played that a lot. She's only played that a little bit. So when that happened, I was like, what? Like I was so like amazed by that happening.
Do you wanna mention GTA 5? Anything?
No, not at all.
Like getting through the tutorial and
Actually,
stuff?
I'll give her credit.
Oh, go ahead.
We just went to a barcade, and every arcade game we played, she actually beat me in.
Every.
I'm not even kidding. I maybe like there was like
Every.
one. There was like
Okay,
one
now
that we
there's
played.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, her. I wasn't actually trying to tease her. I didn't say that she didn't know which character was hers in Cuphead, but that's
Does
fine.
your girlfriend even know who Mario is?
My girlfriend's dad invented Mario. She's
Does she
rich.
think Mario is like her butler or her
Yeah.
slave?
No.
Doesn't your girlfriend own slave? That's crazy. I didn't want to
No.
say it on the podcast.
She does not own anyone or anything.
Oh,
Well, she owns
okay, so
some
she's
things.
poor.
Yes. I went from she's rich to she's poor now.
Okay.
All right, this one's easy. Actually, it's not easy. Which one's X5?
So Mega Man X5, I picked specifically because the bad guys' names are named after Guns N' Roses members.
Oh, that's that one. Oh
That's
my
that one.
God.
That's the only reason I picked
I
that one. I never played it, so
I feel like I hated that one. I think I was playing it. Yeah. And Mega Man 3, I think it's the one with Snake Man and stuff like that. I really like that one. So you've had a lot of
yeah. But
winners.
Mega Man X5 has Axel the Red, has Slash, has Grizzly Slash.
Oh, well,
Okay,
wow.
well, he didn't even care in my opinion because he just put his own answer.
Listen, I'm going by what everyone in the world feels sometimes. And
Okay,
right now, that's what they're feeling. We've had too much of this Guns N' Roses talk today. I've already discussed
it is
your
true. A more
jersey.
episode than any other in the past
Yeah,
10
it's coming
years.
back, and I need to nip it before it gets all the way. Next thing you know, it's in the championship, and I'm like, how did it get here?
Okay,
Okay.
it's the final band.
Yeah, and I'm
Like the
like,
band
how
is the
did
final one.
wait, and even funnier is you're like, I've never played it, but let's just vote it through again.
Yeah.
You're
So the
stopping
next
people.
one,
I don't know.
Assassin's Creed 3 and Uncharted 3.
That's kind of
Uh,
wild.
I
And
This
you
matchup
can
is
speak to
interesting.
both because I
I can
don't know
speak to
that.
both. I love Uncharted 3. I
Yeah.
liked the setting of Assassin's Creed 3. I didn't love the game entirely. I just
Okay.
loved where you ran around. You ran around in like colonial times. So like the late 1700s, early 1800s. So like everything looked like Declaration of Independence times, like
Hmm.
Old City, like that kind of stuff. So if it was for the setting alone, I would say I'd pick that. But Uncharted 3 has like
I can
huge
already
action
tell in
set
your voice,
pieces.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just I can already tell. You're like, if it was for the setting, ooh. Like, no,
Oh.
that's not what we're playing. We're not
Oh,
playing
you're gonna
best
love this
settings.
one.
I don't know what Darkest of Day
So
is.
Darkest of Day is an Xbox game where you play a
Uh-huh.
time traveler and you go back to terrible days in history. And it came out in the early 2000s. And one of the events that you go to is the eruption of Vesuvius.
Oh, okay.
So you're
That
fighting
sounds
other time traveler like the bad guys while Vesuvius is melting down Pompeii.
sounds really weird. I don't
And
know what's going
you
on.
always talk about Inside. So like give me a chance to get a game in. Go ahead, type in inside. Everyone, if everyone's watching this video, he's gonna type in Inside.
I'm not. I don't know anything about the graphics engine. Yeah. I sound
Just
like
type in
I
just type in
don't.
Inside.
All
You sound like me right now.
right, there we go.
There we go. He typed in Inside.
Everyone's happy. Okay.
Um,
This one's from Play Dead Studio, right? Yeah, inside.
mhm.
I always mention the studio. All right, this one's I don't know because
Ninja Turtles Arcade
hmm
and Lego DC Land.
is that what you put or is it Lego
Oh,
DC?
so here's the thing. I sent him a picture of my bracket, but it
Yeah,
wasn't to show him my games. I was just showing him what it looked like,
the
how I
bracket,
wrote
right?
down. But
So
he
your
zoomed
handwriting
in.
messed me up. Yep.
Yeah, so it's Lego DC Supervillains.
Oh, all right.
It's the
So
one
like
where you like create
DC.
your own supervillain and you hang out with the Joker and stuff like that. Um, I guess because you played the Ninja Turtles arcade game, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
I mean,
Turtles
because
arcade is up
we
there. It's
both
one of the
played that. I
top
feel like
two.
that's like an easier.
I mean, we could pick that. I don't
But
know
in the Lego
difference.
DC game, I've created a Jewish supervillain. He was a giant corn on the cob, and his name was Mazel Tough.
Actually, pretty good. Muzzle tough.
So if it was for character names alone, that
No,
would
it's
probably
not.
work.
We're not. It's not character names alone. So
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, the next one. Oof.
I know. Well, Deus Ex. That was mine, but I didn't pick the name of it. It's just
So Deus Ex,
Evolved,
the classic
original.
PC
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
yeah, the first one. Whatever it's called, something
Versus the
evolved. Maybe.
popular Toys to Life video game, Disney
Uh,
Infinity, which I owned 20 toys of.
did you?
And I gave them all to our friend A dot dot dot's kids, and they're gonna throw them out. His mom just told me.
What? They're wasting. Oh my
Plastic. Like
God.
she doesn't care about the environment. I don't care if she hears me talk about it. Her name's S dot dot dot.
That's terrible. I can't believe she's
She doesn't see color, and she doesn't, and she hates the environment.
carbon footprint through the roof. That's what it sounds like to
A
me.
racist carbon footprint.
Like a race car driving.
Yeah, yeah,
Racist.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I love Disney Infinity. I think I was the only adult to ever play.
that's fine, dude. You can, and we can vote it. It has probably a huge, whatever it's called,
So you think
following.
the search engine algorithm will help us if I say Disney Infinity more or do
Yep,
sex more,
that's
Deus
it.
Ex more?
No, you can have it, dude. This is your favorite thing in the world. There it is. I
You
see
love,
everyone.
I love
You won.
SEOs. I love SEOs.
So, uh, Hitman. And
Okay.
not sure which one because I put it and it was a long time ago.
I love your next
And Tomb Raider, the one with the T-Rex. I don't remember if that's
Tomb Raider. He
two.
wrote down Tomb Raider with T-Rex.
Well, was it the second one or the third one? I feel like it's one
I
of
think
those
that's
two.
the first one.
I don't think the T-Rex in the first one, is it?
She fights a T-Rex at the end of the first one. What a fucking game.
Really?
Wait, does Hitman has two bad movies though?
Okay, with what's his name, right?
No, they're
The
two
guy,
different actors.
oh, really? Who's the one that plays the bad guy in Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard or whatever?
Timothy Oliphant.
Thank you, dude.
So he's in one of the
Thank
Hitmans,
you.
and then there's another actor in another one, and they're both bad.
Okay, they're both bad.
So for
Games
that,
are pretty good, but I feel like in the first two Hitman games, you can't do that much. Like they suck.
okay. So, but in the first Tomb Raider,
You may or may not fight a T-Rex. I
yeah,
actually still don't
yeah,
know.
there's a
And
50%
her
chance that
and her boobs are triangles.
yes.
Not
So
against
for
that,
her boobs alone, yes.
I guess. Is it so? I'm gonna put Tomb Raider 1. You better be right, because if we get
Yeah,
fact
it's Tomb
checked
Raider
by the
1.
community, okay, dude. Did you look this up while we were talking?
You know I can't do that. Physically,
Tomb
I
Raider,
can't.
Tomb Raider 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, dude. Look, Jurassic Park, and it specifically it said Sega in parentheses. I didn't know they
Yes.
made a different one. I remember the Sega one because I played with a kid, and I'll dox his damn name. He went to our grade school for 1 year. Sean McDermott. Oh, doxed him.
Ew. Sean?
Do you remember him?
No, not at all.
Anyway, I went to his house in first grade, and he lived off of like Everett Street or something like that, like kind of like a block from your house, dude.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and I went up into his room, and he had a Sega, and he was playing this game, and he let me play. And every time I got on the screen, I died, and I didn't understand the game, and I hated it.
Okay.
That's it. I hate it.
Um,
Did you like it? And isn't there a Triceratops breathing really heavy in the background?
well, the Jurassic Park thing, you just play as a Velociraptor in it.
Do you? I feel like there's a level where you're a human. Are you
Yeah,
sure?
you can pick either a human or a Velociraptor.
Oh, that's we picked
So
the
in
human.
Goat
I
Simulator,
don't
you
know
can
why.
only play as a goat.
Don't do it. I will pick Goat Simulator right now.
Just do it.
Did you beat Jurassic Park? Could you name more
Uh,
than just can you name more than just what you can play as?
no,
That was it. That's all you got?
that's really all I got.
All right. I really like Goat Simulator. I think it's hilarious.
Um,
Okay.
so Diddy Kong Racing and 007 Racing. 007 Racing is a James Bond game where you just drive different versions of his car. I had this in the 90s for some reason, and I really
Yeah.
played it a lot, and I couldn't recall one thing about it.
It doesn't strike me as very good, but I don't recall much about Diddy Kong Racing
Oh, Diddy
except that
Kong
it was
Racing
just
was an N64 game.
was it 64? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure it was Super Nintendo.
Yeah, just do Diddy Kong Racing.
Mhm. Guys, you heard it here first. He's really bossing me around this episode. If I brought this into court, I would win.
Mhm.
Custody of something. I don't even know what.
Okay, the next one. Skyrim versus Fallout 4.
Both kind of the same game. I put them in
Shit.
there because I had Skyrim. And it's
Okay.
like, okay.
Fallout
What's the shit
4
for?
has a funnier moment because an ex I had was making a character in Fallout 4,
Okay.
and she turned around to me and said, "Do you think you like my character?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." She's like, "Do you think the character is better looking than me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I said it. She thought I was
What?
serious. She turned
Why'd
the
you
game
say that, though?
turned the
Oh.
game off and got mad at me.
Oh, that's classic.
Why would I
Um,
think a video game character created, like, it was just the
By
craziest
her.
question. That's why I was like, yeah, yeah, whatever.
Did she create the character?
Yeah, like it wasn't like an already pre-made
Was
character.
she trying to make the character attractive?
I don't know.
Okay, that's. I
Like I'm
mean,
not sure
that's.
what kind of trap that was, but I'll never forget. Like I
Yeah.
said, a video game character was attractive, and she got mad and turned the game
I
off.
think one of my friends said that he was playing. I think it's Fallout 4, and he went into a room, like in just an abandoned room. And you can go in wherever. It was like a one building house or a one
Uh-huh.
room house, and he opened the door, and there were like 100 pencils or like 100 really weird items stacked on top of each other. And he grabbed one, and the rest fell. And he said that's all that was in that room. And I was
Oh
like,
my
what?
God.
It's so scary and kind of
Yeah.
cool.
So what do you think, Skyrim?
I'm we were just talking about Fallout 4 for like 8 minutes straight, and you're like, so Skyrim? And I could go either way because Skyrim has tons of mods, and it's
I
like,
want to say Skyrim because
okay,
I had
it's a
more
bigger
fun with
game and
that. I
it's
feel,
more
yeah.
okay, that's fine. Skyrim it is, dude. That's a tough one to beat.
Oh, everyone, he wrote down the name of the game wrong. The next one. So the next one is he
Yeah, what
wrote
was
down
this?
the guest. It's called The Seventh Guest.
What? That was in
It's an
your
old
handwriting?
computer game that my mom played with me. It's like a
Oh, there we
first
go.
person game where you get trapped in a haunted mansion. You got to solve puzzles and stuff.
Typical your mom. Let's just say
Typical,
that.
yeah. J
Yep,
dot 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 dot
typical.
dot dot
Yep,
dot
there.
dot
Don't
dot.
be doxing her. Hmm.
The Seventh Guest, an old PC game versus Resident Evil 4. Oh, I,
I
I gotta
almost threw
give
up
it
my
to yo.
mouth.
Sorry, mom. Fuck you. Resident Evil 4 is just the
It's the bee's knees.
it's the goat. It's the
Dude, it sounds so awful saying
I
it.
sound old saying it.
Yeah, I don't like it when you say it. Just don't say the goat.
Um, yeah, and I'm playing the remake of Resident Evil 4, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Okay, so now we're on the next side. The next game. Do you love when
Finish
I'm
it.
like, what do you love when I'm talking about this bracket like I've never seen
Yeah,
it
now
before?
we're on the right side. Well, I did one of these is wrong, or you'll tell me because I couldn't
Yeah.
read your handwriting. You'll say it has a question mark next
All
to
right,
it.
I'll let
But
you read the next one.
all right, Ori and the Blind Forest
Okay.
and Left 4 Dead 2. I think Ori was really, really good game and like
Isn't that
underrated
like
and like
emotional though?
oh,
Who
okay.
wants
You
to,
said
yeah,
it
who wants
like
to cry
there
during a
you
game?
go.
Am I right?
Yep. L4 Dead 2. And the only reason I'm picking this is because Left 4 Dead 2 is a really good game.
Yeah, and I came late to the party. It's awesome.
This guy's like, I don't like new games. So when it becomes old, he's like, did you know this is a good game?
Did you
Yeah.
hear this game?
It's good.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
this matchup is next.
So I had Metal Gear Solid. I didn't put which one, so I put this, and you had Metal Gear Solid 4. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, okay, this is a good matchup because we'll know right away one of these snakes
Huh.
is moving on.
Well, here's the thing. In
Uh,
Metal Gear Solid 4, you visit Shadow Moses Island
okay.
like years later.
So are you trying to claim that Metal Gear Solid 4 technically contains Metal Gear Solid 1?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. That's a terrible argument, but
But
we can argue that 4 wins, but 3
I
is
was gonna
like,
say,
well,
but in the con category for 4, it's like 95% cutscenes.
mm,
I remember playing it in 2008, and I'm like, "Where's the game?" Like, so MGS1, I say Metal Gear
okay.
1.
All right. All right, dude.
All right, the next one, Crash Bandicoot versus Uncharted 3. Is that Uncharted 3 again?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yep, that is.
Oh
That's
well,
probably a mistake. Guess what? I think I know who wins too.
I guess Crash Bandicoot.
No, I was gonna go with Uncharted again. We can have it. It's not gonna make it that far.
Okay.
Do you want to do Crash Bandicoot because it's double
No, because
elimination?
I actually want to. I want the chance that Uncharted 3 versus
It's
Uncharted 3 in the end.
it's not gonna make it all the way. Although it's your favorite thing in the world, so maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. What's the
what do we
next
got
one?
here? Dark Souls 2 versus Rocket League. That's the most random matchup I've ever heard in my life, and it's
I've
I'm
never
gonna say
played Rocket
Rocket.
League,
What?
and I've never
It's
played
not
Dark Souls 2.
okay.
Dark Souls 2.
It's Dark Size 2. It's gonna be Rocket League. That's just because it's
Because I play with my
really
son, and if he listens to
yep.
this podcast, he knows I love
That's
him. And if they take this
he's
podcast to court, they'll see that, like, oh, he
I
plays games with
love
his
him.
son.
He loves his son. All right, here. This is your. Couldn't read your handwriting. It looked like the
Okay,
word
it's
paparazzi
Hotline Miami versus
versus.
Paparazzi. You play a puppy photographer, and you go around taking pictures of dogs.
Like this.
And I played it,
Okay.
and Hotline Miami wins, but I would
Okay.
play Paparazzi more.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna go this just because I don't know what paparazzi was, but I guess you
So if
kind of wrote
anyone's
it right.
listening, check it out, Paparazzi.
All right. This
All
is an
right.
interesting one. I don't know what Toonstruck is.
Okay.
I
I do know
do you
what
know what
Jazz
Jazz
Punk
Punk?
is. I've heard of it.
Are they similar? I feel like
So
they're similar.
Toonstruck is like a point and click game where you play as
Okay.
Christopher Lloyd. You play as Christopher Lloyd, Doc from Back to the Future.
Okay.
But
Oh,
he plays himself. He doesn't play himself. He's a human and he gets
okay.
transported to a cartoon world. So it's a point and click where the only real person in the game is Christopher Lloyd.
Is it voiced by him?
Yeah, it's him. It's like his actual
Oh, that's
appearance.
really weird.
Um, but I've never played it. So I've
All
never
right.
played Jazz Punk.
Jazz Punk's fun. It's like a detective, and he's walking around in a 3D world solving crimes, but it's very point and clicky. Like you just
Okay.
click on things, and there's very sort of adult comedy and sort of tongue in cheek comedy, and like whatever. It's
Okay.
gonna be Jazz
It's gonna be
Punk,
Jazz Punk.
but not by a lot because I don't think it's great. It's just funny. Look at this.
All
So I
right.
went
Looks like
back
we have Turtles Arcade in there again.
because I picked it, and I was like,
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna
the
take it out
Simpsons
just because I saw
Arcade
his.
versus Turtles Arcade.
I'll do Simpsons Arcade just because I remember that was one of the games that if you went to WoW, can I dox WoW?
Yeah, yeah. Wow. It was a rolling skating place in Philly.
Yeah, in Northeast Philly, right off the boulevard. And we would go and not roller skate. We would just play the arcade games. But
Uh,
there'd be like a line of kids playing Simpsons Arcade specifically.
yep.
And then everyone glowing red and you're, jump kicking people. Essentially, it is Turtles, just with a different skin, I'm pretty
Did you
sure.
hear everyone? Did you hear his voice? He
I
hit
cracked
puberty
because
because
I'm
he was talking about it. Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna do this and then let's take a break to go to our sponsors. And
Okay.
then we can wrap it back up. How's that sound?
We'll be right back. All right. So our next one is Wolfenstein and Fear. If
The
anyone's played Fear,
original. Fear is really good.
Fear is really good. I played it on a shitty laptop and I still got a really fun experience out of it.
The funniest thing we used to do in Fear is me and my roommate would just like laugh nonstop. We would put sticky bombs on
Uh-huh.
the guards without them seeing us, and then we'd go elsewhere, right, in the map, and then face the guard and put everything in super slow-mo. And
That's the main thing you can do in that game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it would be really funny because they'd be like they'd go into alert mode where they're like, "Oh, it's you," and turn and like point their gun, but
Yeah.
like you had the sticky bomb button out, and you'd be like, "Beep," and they'd explode, and it was so goddamn funny.
I want to say Fear too, because Wolfenstein has Nazis. We don't approve of Nazis.
You're shooting the Nazis, though. Are you
Yeah,
protecting
but
them? Are you protecting them?
am I?
It's fine. Your eyes got to be. You're like, am I?
That was like a self question.
Yeah.
All right, the
Oh,
next one is WWF Crush Hour and Tekken 3.
I want to say Tekken 3, but I don't know about the lore.
So
And
WWF Crush Hour is a Twisted Metal, but with WWF people.
wait,
And
it was a car game.
yeah,
Oh, that's so funny. I
so
had no idea.
basically you play as any wrestler and they have their own cars and own like weapons and stuff. And the whole plot is Vince McMahon bought every single company in the world, and
This sounds like Calypso.
he's bored, so he wants to do something to make chaos. So he decides to hold a racing competition for people.
Wow. So Vince McMahon is Calypso, or
I mean, here's the thing: he's
Hahachi.
Calypso in real life. You just find out he likes big dicks and like in his face
What?
and getting shit on.
What?
Didn't you read that report?
No.
Vince McMahon from WWF, if everyone wasn't paying attention,
WWE for anyone
WWE,
under 30.
he got in trouble for sexual harassment, and then all these paperwork came out to the person that's accusing him of all these crazy things that he likes.
Oh
Like he
my
likes
God.
watching people shit on each other. I don't think I'm making that up.
Okay. Well, I believe it. I mean, rich people have rich tastes.
So is it Tekken 3?
I don't know. At first, I thought we were going towards Crush Hour, but now I'm thinking Tekken 3 because Heihachi wears sandals made of stone and he kicks people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think this is the first one with. No, King was in all of them. I feel like it's the first one with like the bears, Puma or Kuma.
So the next one is Duke Nukem in the Land of the Babes.
Is
That's what it was.
it just said Duke, right?
No, I think I just wrote Duke. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Duke Nukem. Which
Duke
one's the
Nukem
land
Land of the Babes. I think it should win from the name alone. But
Which
we
one is
all
it?
know your favorite
Yep,
game is the next
there it
game.
is.
So
That's it. That's my favorite game of all time.
his
Great
AOL
voice
screening was
acting.
Soul Reaver 6
6 without a second E. Well, without the E.
because they couldn't afford it.
Because I couldn't afford it. Yep. And Land of the Babes.
Well, you don't even need to write it out because we're automatically picking Soul Reaver.
Okay, I'm fine with that. You picked it. Okay, just remember you
Okay.
picked it. I was like, let's have a great discussion about this, and you were like, no,
Uh,
this one's wild.
there you go. I'll let you say it.
Oh, Halo versus Doom 2016.
I mean,
Uh, I want to say Halo just because it spawned so much, but Doom.
no, Doom 2016 was the
Okay.
only game I ever played on very hard.
All right, dude. I was leaning towards Doom because like I didn't want the Halo people to be all mad
Well,
at me,
I
but
know someone that I know loves Halo, and that's why I
oh
put it on the
god.
list.
Here, hold on. Let's make this official. Combat
Combat
Evolved,
Evolved
and then
Halo.
hold on. Combat CE.
There we
That's
go.
that's how people write it, I think.
Yep.
So
But
you know.
if anyone has ever played Doom 2016, holy shit! Like,
Yeah, it's probably the best.
yeah.
One of the best. Yeah. It,
So Doom 2016.
yeah.
Oh my God, here we go. Hell Divers and Alien Isolation.
Yeah. You've never have you played Alien Isolation?
Yeah, I loved it.
It was a really good game, actually.
Yeah, I used to burn the aliens when I felt more
Oh,
confident and
here
I
we
had the
go.
flamethrower.
Tell him, and you sang the Fallout Boy song or whatever,
Light
right?
them up, I'm on
Up,
fire.
and that's what he would sing as he flamethrowered Alien. Yeah, as he got braver in the game.
Yep.
I want to say Helldivers 2, and it's recency bias. Oh, here we go. He's gonna
Uh,
argue with me, but I played with someone from the What the Famicom Discord.
uh-huh.
I got other college Dan I'm playing with, high school Dan I'm playing with.
That's
You're the only
disgusting.
Dan.
Everyone always forgets he has 3 Dans in his life, and it's like the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you're grade school only, Dan,
Yeah,
and then I have high school Dan, and then I have college Dan. I need a work Dan. That's what I need
just create one.
in a lab.
Yeah, weird science.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna pick
I want to
Helldivers.
say Alien. You're gonna pick Hell. Well, you're the
I
one that's
was.
typing it up, so I really can't stop you if you want.
Wait, why did you want to say Alien Isolation? Because
Because
we don't
it's a
have
great
horror
game. Just
games.
because it's like really cool.
I agree. I've played both. Okay,
So I guess you can pick whatever you want because you played both. I have not.
is that a new rule? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I like that rule
Because
actually.
all right, fine. And it's not like part of it's recency bias because I'm playing Helldivers 2
Yeah.
now, so I get it. But
Oh, this is a good matchup.
it is and it isn't.
So it's Dino Crisis and
Versus
Turok, the
Turok, the
dinosaur
dinosaur
hunter.
hunter. Dinosaurs involved, definitely.
Okay, think about this. So if you took the main girl from Dino Crisis and put her in the Turok world, she wouldn't
Oh,
survive. But if you took Turok and put him in
Turok.
Dino Crisis world, he
He'd
would
be fine.
he'd be
He'd be
perfect.
fine.
Yeah,
He'd be totally fine.
I'm saying Turok.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that. That's fine. Did they ever revisit Turok?
There's like
'Cause
7 Turok games. Yeah.
I mean, after like in the past 5 years.
Oh no, you're right. Probably
I
10
mean,
years
it's
ago was
time.
the last one.
It's time. Here you go. Get your mom back on the horn, dude. Look who it
Yeah.
is.
Hey mom, it's Beatles Rock Band versus the Mist.
Okay, I thought that was Beatles Rock Band. It just said the word Beatles, and I was like, it better be Rock Band or something. Versus Mist, her favorite game ever. You guys
Yeah,
had
my
that.
mom was
You had that PC case laying around your house at
yeah,
all
and she would
times.
she also played it on the Switch. I rebought it for her on the Switch, and
Did she?
she was moving the Switch controller like she was like flying an airplane. It was the craziest thing I've
Like
ever
she's
seen.
doing this.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
that's
hope she's
awesome.
listening because it was lunacy.
Do you want to
And
pick
here's
this
the
for your
best
mom
part: she
or
was
what?
solving a puzzle. She wasn't like moving around the island. She was
Doing
solving a
this?
puzzle and doing it. I'm sorry, mom. Beatles Rock Band. I was obsessed. I was
Wow.
obsessed with. I remember going to the
Really?
store the day it came out. Yeah.
Okay, good for you. All right, this is a cult classic that everyone should know about.
Okay.
Titanfall 2 is
Titan.
just a titan of a game. This game, if you can find it for like $5, just get it and play it. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then another game that I think was really good, but it was what like a walking simulator.
Yeah, where you don't do much.
There's
You
no
just kind of
game.
like
You
read
just click
documents
and
and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But that's What Remains of Edith Finch, which was really good. I
Oh,
love them
so
both.
because I only played Titan. No, I played both.
Yeah, you played both, didn't you?
I'm saying Titanfall 2.
Okay, that's fine. It had the wall running and
Yeah,
like,
overall it was a
did you
better
beat it?
game. I feel like I got more of experience out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, here
Like
you go. Your favorite matchups. The next one.
I already know it's gonna win. It's the finals,
Is
which
anyone
has
still even
AI
playing
voicing.
this?
I don't know. I already switched.
Two
I'm out.
episodes ago, we were
I
talking
know.
about you were talking about
Yep.
how much you love it, and now
I didn't even say how much I love it, how much I love playing it. There's a
you were
difference.
like AI is the best.
That's what I said. I said I'm glad AI voices are taking the jobs of real people. That's what I said. And then it's versus the original AI. Think about this.
The original AI, Pong.
Pong, the original
Oh,
Pong.
obviously I'm picking Pong.
So am I. That's fine. Did you think I was going to go with the finals?
Maybe, I don't know.
No. And fine. The finals fun game, but Pong is Pong. All right,
All
so if
right,
we
let's
take a
let's
look,
see if
hold on,
we
let's
can
take a look.
burn through these ones a little bit quicker.
Well, okay, that's fine.
So okay, it's Earthworm Jim versus Twisted Metal 2.
Hold on, I'm
Okay.
just looking. Yeah, dude, look at this. This is a good. I'm telling you, we ended up with our favorite games. That's what
Yeah.
was going to happen. But
Earthworm
anyway,
Jim, Twisted Metal 2. Oh shit.
uh,
I want to say Twisted Metal 2.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
It's closer than I wanted to admit.
Like it's two games that you really enjoy.
Yeah, I really do. Even It Takes Two and Deathloop.
I'm gonna pick It Takes Two.
Oh, I was gonna pick
Oh
Deathloop.
shit,
That's
he's
so
literally
weird.
writing Deathloop.
All right, so hold on. Is there like a coin flip simulator?
So the only issue with It Takes Two is you can't play like you have to play a two-player.
Correct. That's what I was like hedging how I can't have a game that needs two players to
That's
win.
really the only con for me. So I can sway to Deathloop, fortunately.
There you go, dude. Deathloop.
Because
Okay.
that and the prison game, A Way Out, I always wanted to play, but I had no one to play with.
Yeah, if you don't have anyone to play with, and I'm not playing with randos online. That's
Yeah.
just
Well, but you just played with a rando. So are
he
you
ended
gonna
up being a normal. That's fine.
Well, how did he sound again? Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, oh my god, I can't understand a word you're saying, Jay. Dot, dot. Uh,
So I'm picking so it's Red Dead 2 versus
yeah,
Cuphead.
it's fine. I already know the answer to this one.
Red Dead 2?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never even played the game, but
I
I
know you never
know.
got a chance to because you have a kid. You shouldn't have had a kid.
Yeah, as I play all these other games,
How about
I
this?
like shouldn't have had a kid.
Take your kid to GameStop. Can you trade him in for Red Dead 2?
Can I have him play it and just watch him play the whole time? And maybe my son doesn't get tuberculosis?
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay.
You can only hope though.
I'm hoping right now.
Mega Man 3 and Uncharted 3.
I know. This is here we go. This
But
is what Dan's gonna
why
do.
do you love Mega Man 3?
It was the first Mega Man I owned. I didn't own one or two, so I owned
Yeah, but here's
both.
the thing. You
I
don't own
played
it
the shit out of
anymore
it.
because that's the game you gave me. I have it to my left.
Oh, wait, do you? Wait,
Yeah.
Mega Man 3
Yeah.
specifically?
For
Oh, that's really
Nintendo.
funny.
When you
Yeah.
gave me old Nintendo games, Mega Man 3 is in there. So
Yeah.
technically you
Okay.
can't vote for it because I have it.
Okay. I can't vote if I don't own the
No.
game anymore. Is that
Yeah.
wow. Well,
You own all the games you've mentioned, right?
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
you can physically show them to me right now.
Yeah, I could show them to you. It would take me some time. I can.
Okay.
Okay. You stop.
It's got
Uncharted 3.
Inside. So Uncharted 3. Inside and Ninja Turtles Arcade.
Go ahead. I know what you want to do. You just want to knock out Inside so it doesn't get any
No,
further.
I'm gonna give you Inside. I want to see how
Okay.
far Inside goes.
Plus, there's another turn. Oh, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade lost on the other side, didn't it?
Oh well.
Because there's two of them. Oh, wow.
I mean, they're radioactive. They're gonna die eventually.
Okay. All right.
Disney Infinity or Tomb Raider 1?
This is your worst nightmare.
Oh,
Because your
shit.
favorite two things are
Hot video
Disney
game girls
characters
and Disney characters.
and triangle boobs.
Ah, shit. Yeah, but I spent so much money on Disney Infinity after buying all the figures.
That's fine, dude. You want to
So
do
my
Disney Infinity?
investment in Disney Infinity financially is worth more.
It's worth it. It's at least worth this round. We'll see if
Yes,
it
okay.
passes. I'm vetoing putting
Goat Simulator. Are you gonna put Goat Simulator?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I put Goat Simulator. So that's Goat Simulator versus Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay, there's a toughie.
Oh, shit.
Skyrim,
Skyrim
Resident Evil
versus
4.
Shit, that's crazy because it's the two game. This is a really funny matchup because it's the two
Why?
most famous games that have been re-released over time.
Oh, that is true. The most released games of all time.
The
on
two most released games of all time are matching up. It's Skyrim.
different mediums, different.
I think I've played Resident Evil 4 times in full, including this time in my life.
Have
think
you ever
I've
beat Skyrim?
I've only played Skyrim twice, even though I
Have you ever
bought
beat
it.
it? Have you ever beat it?
No,
Has
I have
anyone-
beat it. I have beat it. I beat the main dragon.
You beat it? Oh, damn. I never beat it.
No, Resident Evil 4. I'm sorry, Skyrim.
All right.
RE4.
All right. That's the whole left side of the bracket, dude. We're down to 8, I guess.
All right, you want to take a break and then we'll.
Do I want to? Yes.
I know you don't want to, but all right, we're gonna
guess
take a
I
break
have
when I
to,
come back,
legally.
and then we're closing in. Is this Sweet 16? Is that what they call it?
Ooh. Oh, look at you.
Is that really what it's
guy,
called?
Yeah, this guy went from not knowing what a bracket even was to knowing the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, yeah, the Final 4. That's what he's
All right,
gonna
we'll
do.
be back.
All right.
We'll be right back after this, and we'll come to the end. And we're back. We're at the last 16. You excited
Not
about
yet.
this?
I mean, we're going to.
We're going to be.
We
We're
didn't
going.
do this side. Yeah. Why don't we,
Sweet 16. That was my nickname when I was 30.
I thought that was your dating profile.
That way,
All
so
right.
just on the profile, it just said Sweet
It
16.
said Sweet 16.
All right.
Yes. Left 4 Dead.
Left 4
Left
Dead
4 Dead
2.
2 Metal Gear Solid, the PlayStation original.
Uh, I just played Left 4 Dead 2 for the first time, so I'm gonna give it to Metal Gear Solid 1
Wow. Are you sure? Okay.
because that's a game I can go back to. Left 4 Dead, there's a lot to go back to, but I just discovered it like 3 months ago.
Okay. Well, recency. All right.
Uh,
Uncharted 3, which is still going. It can
and
win
you've never
again.
played that, but you've played Rocket League, and vice versa for me.
That's fine. You can go Uncharted 3. I know it's like a bigger game. Rocket League's
Yeah,
more of
it's
a
Uncharted 3 is weirdly it's my favorite Uncharted game, and I think it's the least favorite of Uncharted fans.
really. Well, that might not bode well for
Oh,
it in the next
oh,
bracket.
yeah.
Hotline Miami versus Jazz Punk.
Oh shit. I
I
assume you're gonna
say,
pick Hotline Miami
yeah, I think that has to go. That game
because
really
Hotline
gets
Miami is like a religion.
it gets my hackles up. Yeah, I said that. Like,
My
dogs have the hair on the back of their neck. It kind of goes all
yeah.
like that. That's what my Hotline Miami does to me. I get like weird primal, I want to kill people things.
Okay, Simpsons Arcade and
Fear.
Fear.
I guess.
So here's something about
Um,
Simpsons Arcade. They made the arcade game based off of like animation from like the first or second season of Simpsons. So I think
okay.
Smithers is black in it.
Really?
And there's a bunny rabbit that lives in
Yeah.
Marge Simpson's head.
Oh, I've seen that shows up a whole bunch. The bunny rabbit
Yeah,
is
the
like a
bunny rabbit
common theme.
that comes out of her hair because that was an original idea for The Simpsons.
Uh,
So it kind of has like Easter eggs in the Simpsons game. With Fear, you can just slow motion and blow people up. So I'm gonna say Simpsons.
okay. That was
What was your
okay.
defensive Fear? You didn't even have an argument.
I was just gonna say I'm good either one. Fear has a rail gun that shoots nails or something, and you
Oh
could shoot it and
yeah.
it would stick the bad guy to the wall, like
Man,
a
I remember
corpse.
sitting on my bed and playing on a laptop and like absolutely loving it.
And you literally just picked Simpsons Arcade.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not gonna get into the logic here. Soul Reaver, Tekken
These are
3.
both your games.
I know. I'm gonna say Soul Reaver just because great voice acting,
Hmm.
some of the best cutscenes, great character development. First
And
game to
the cool
include
thing is
at the
this
real world with the real world. Oh my god.
yeah, it hasn't been tarnished by being re-released, remastered. Like there's no other form of it unless you have the PlayStation disc.
It's probably gonna happen at some point, and I already know the answer to this one, even though yeah, it was a good run, Helldivers,
So
but
the next one is
Doom.
Doom
I know.
2016 and Helldivers 2.
Has to
Nick's
be
like,
Doom.
I love Helldivers
I
2.
do. That's my voice. Yep. And it's gonna be Doom 2016 because that game
Okay.
just rips, literally.
Okay, so it's Turok the Dinosaur Hunter versus Beetle Rock Band. You ready?
If they fought, what would happen?
How you doing? Are you trying to hunt some dinosaurs? And then Turok would just like shoot an arrow. That's how John Lennon died. Turok.
Turok killed John Lennon. It's canon.
It wasn't Mark David Chapman. It was Turok, and he showed up and he was like, ah, and he was like, hey, how you
Ah,
doing? How you
how you
doing,
doing?
Turok?
Turok. All right, it's Turok.
It's
It has
Turok.
to be.
Sorry, the Beatles are dead. Turok killed them.
The Beatles are dead.
That was such a weird statement. The way you said it, the Beatles are dead.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't
Titanfall 2
know.
and Pong. Holy shit.
I don't know because I want Pong to go like the distance, but at the same time, I don't want it to beat Titanfall 2. I really like that game.
Uh, I mean, obviously, I've played Pong when I was like little.
Do you
And
want to put it to bed, dude? We can just say
yeah,
no
sorry,
Pong.
put a gun to Pong's head.
Wow. Pong out. There was a part of me that thought Pong would go all the way and win somehow
That
because we would just be like,
would be
oh,
pretty
fucking
good.
Pong. All right. So we got the Elite Eight. Is that where we're at?
I guess that's what they're called. I don't know that.
Yeah, dude, look. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 on each side.
Okay.
So it's 8, 6, Sweet 16 or whatever, but 8 on each side. So we're going to play.
All right, here we go. Twisted Metal 2 versus Deathloop.
I think Deathloop, but I
Yes,
would.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Okay, dude, I think recency bias
I
is like
think
really.
Twisted Metal 2 is very hard. And I know that's me in 2024 saying that.
I think 1 was harder, but like I get what you're
They're
saying.
just,
It's a
yeah, they're hard to
learning
play.
curve. Okay. Oh, dude, this
Uncharted
is like.
Uncharted 3 versus Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the best games I've ever played in my life.
Okay, I'd
Like just from a
go with
technical
it.
standpoint, but
Yeah.
the answer is Uncharted 3 for me.
What?
I just had more of a good time. I just enjoyed I remember playing it and I enjoyed everything about Uncharted 3.
Okay, dude. Oh,
But Red Dead 2, like I think the fact that you can do so much sometimes gets overwhelming. Like you can sit
oh, like
down
it's too
and
much you can
fish.
do.
Yeah.
Fish. All right. Here we go. You're another nightmare.
Okay.
Inside.
It's
Play Dead Studios Inside. I had to say their name. I'm getting paid by
Inside
play.
versus Disney Infinity. Well, here's the thing. One's made for kids, one's about a kid.
Oof. One's dark and one's light.
One has kids getting killed, one doesn't. Think about that. Have you ever thought about that?
I did not think about that, but I'd
One
be.
I owned and have a bunch of toys for.
Here we go.
They
Go
make
ahead.
no
It's
inside
getting.
toys.
It can have one more, dude. This is it. I'm
Is
not.
that what you want?
I'm
You want them to
not.
make an inside toy of a dead kid? That's
A dog.
crazy. He said yes.
A dog chewing. The dog
Oh,
does chew the kid apart.
yeah.
If the dogs catch you, they chew you into pieces. That's
All right. Goat Simulator and Resident Evil 4.
fine.
Yeah.
I know what you're
He's
gonna do.
already, I didn't even finish the
I
sentence.
know
He was
this
already
is
typing in
fine. It's
Resident Evil
Resident
4.
Evil 4, just over Goat Simulator, even though everyone had a good run. Ugh, I know where it's already headed. This
This
is
is such a funny
disgusting.
conversation because
Because I already
we'll
know
be
some of the
praising
answers.
one game, but then we'll pick the other one.
Yeah, this is such a good game, such a good game, but the other one. All right, I think I already know this answer too. It's gonna be Metal
Oh
Gear Solid.
shit. Uncharted 3's in there. Metal Gear Solid, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I wonder if Uncharted 3 wasn't on the other side. Do you think you'd give it more run or
I
just
actually
Metal
keep
Gear Solid, I
forgetting it's
guess?
on the other side.
Do you? Oh.
I have like short-term memory, or I don't have, yeah, whatever that is.
All right. I'm going Hotline Miami, but
Hotline Miami versus the Simpsons Arcade. I can go Hotline Miami. Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
I mean, because the Simpsons
Hotline
Arcade, they don't really kill
Miami.
people. In Hotline Miami, they bash their brains in.
And to amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a big one, but I think I already know the answer to this
These
one
are
too.
two of your favorite games of
Yeah,
all
this
time.
is actually. I'll vote Doom, but whatever.
So it's Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver versus Doom 2016. Yeah.
Which one do you think?
I think
Doom?
it's Doom 2016.
Okay.
Because one has too much talking. The other one doesn't have any talking.
Correct. It's all action. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Oh, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter versus Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2. Kind of a like deep cut right down here.
Interesting.
I'll go Titanfall, but it's
Okay.
not. I mean, only because I don't know. I think what's happening is a lot of these games, like you can only go so far with Pong and stuff like that because
Yeah.
these games don't have as many features.
So Turok,
depth to it.
Turok, I've only tried to play once or twice. Like I rebought it on my Switch.
Right. I
It
think it's a
doesn't like I can't
cool
play
game,
it
but
a
it's
lot.
not. Yeah, you're not going to play it tomorrow.
And
Really.
it has the fog distance thing where you
Yeah.
can't see too far because there's fog.
Yep. All right.
And Nick won't shut up. He's like, "Oh, Silent Hill had fog,"
That's what
and
I
he's
say every
like,
morning.
"Yeah, yeah."
All right, so we got 4 on each side. This is literally the Elite Eight, and it's actually really good games. So
Okay.
I would argue with this. So we'll zoom in here, upper left quadrant. We got a winner. So we're gonna end
Is
up
that what
with
they call them?
4.
Quadrants?
I guess. I mean, they could divisions. All
So it's Deathloop versus Uncharted 3. Listen,
I
here.
would vote Deathloop, but I know what you're gonna do. So go ahead.
Uncharted 3, I met the
ahead.
voice actor.
This is what's going on.
I met him in real life,
That's
and
what's happening here.
I asked a question at a convention, and he answered it.
And he answered you. So this is. Oh my God.
And I was wearing a What the Famicom shirt, and he's like, "I really like that shirt." So
Oh no, Jesus, this is terrible.
I can't believe you. I mean,
that's
what's your
fine.
argument? Well, what's your argument for Deathloop?
I like the gameplay better. Does that make sense?
I'll give it to Deathloop. And it's not because that was the selling point, like what you just said was the selling point.
No. I was just saying the gameplay. As far
So
as
do you not like
overall
the story
product,
of Deathloop?
I mean, it's okay, but I would imagine Uncharted 3 has a much better storyline, probably better graphics, like
Yeah.
better for its
There's
time.
a giant set piece
following.
on a capsized cruise ship.
There you go. Here he goes. He wants to talk about the cruise ship scene. There you go, everyone. All right, here.
Oh
I'll put
shit, two of my favorite games of all time.
I can't wait. I'm
Disney
just putting
Infinity
Disney to
versus
bed. No,
What?
it's done. But you think Disney Infinity is going to beat Resident Evil 4?
maybe if they kept the servers up.
Okay. So
Fine, Resident Evil 4 is in there.
okay, that's fine. I was going to let you do it. They're both like your favorite thing.
No, I remember playing it and they were like, the servers are being turned off in March. And I'm like, no, what am I gonna do with all these toys?
All right. Oh shit. Now we got some heavy hitters on the other side.
All right.
Get
Oh,
away.
this is good.
I know.
Metal Gear Solid versus Hotline Miami.
I think it's Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh.
I mean, it was the first
With
game
Metal
that
Gear
you
Solid,
could. This is the first game you could knock on walls.
yeah,
Huh? And we're a cardboard box.
I do that still.
It is.
I wear a cardboard box when I'm in bed. Sexually. Metal Gear Solid, but Hotline Miami, I feel like I could play. Like I can just pick up Hotline Miami with Metal Gear
I
Solid. I
agree.
can't just pick up and play for 5 minutes and turn off.
No. I kind of agree, but you can smoke cigarettes in Metal Gear Solid.
Hey everyone, here's the thing. He's agreeing with me, but he already typed in his answer. So
It's gonna be Metal Gear Solid, and I don't think it's because if we were just doing pick it up and play it, I think Simpsons Arcade would still be in this. I think Uncharted
okay.
3 wouldn't last as long as Deathloop in that measurement feature. Do you know what I'm saying?
it definitely does have more replayability like that. You can because you're just doing random things.
Correct. That's why you were like, "Hello, man, I can pick it up." Yeah, no shit, because it's like that's the kind of game it is.
And he curses on this podcast too.
Yeah, that's what I do. Judge,
Uh,
did you hear
Doom,
that? Yep.
Doom 2016 versus Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I think it's Doom.
Yeah.
Okay,
Honestly,
that's
you
fine.
told me to. I remember you inspired
Well,
me to play it on very hard, and it's the only game I've ever played it on hard.
that's
It was
so
insane, and
hard.
it gets like your blood. It makes you sweat.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It makes me angry and I feel more alive than,
And I loved Doom Eternal too. Like I think Doom Eternal just amplified everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it
I feel
just like it's that feeling of like that one time, the first time you ever
adrenaline
played.
going
Yeah,
insane. Yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
soundtrack is a banger too.
Yeah, agreed. Mick Gordon? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have
I don't know where I
Uncharted
put them,
3
but
versus So this is like the most classic foursome game lineup ever.
it kind of is. So Uncharted 3 versus Resident Evil
And it's
4.
not, it wasn't on purpose either.
I knew it was going to end up here. Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid versus the original versus Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Really good. Really
So
good
Uncharted
matchups.
3 versus Resident Evil 4. There's a possibility that I played both the same amount of times.
That's wild. And yeah, I'll let you kind of vote on this one more so because
So I'm really loving the remake.
okay.
Uh the original Resident Evil 4. I know this sounds crazy, but I might actually do one. You've never played either one.
No, I'm fine. I played parts of not enough that I can
My
speak to
brother's
either.
going to be so pissed at me. I think I'm going to pick Uncharted 3
Okay, that's fine, dude.
because
I
Resident Evil
knew.
4 is his favorite game, and I bought him a chainsaw controller for it in
Oh, that's actually
2005.
kind of
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, it made it to the final four.
yeah.
All right, and Metal Gear Solid and Doom
Two of your favorite
2016.
games.
that is weird that
Holy
happened
shit! What are the
that
odds? This was
direction.
not on purpose. That like this
That is
specifically in our
weird.
top fives of all time.
Yeah. I want to say Doom, just because Metal Gear Solid has other Metal Gears you can play, and you
Uh-huh.
can play other Dooms, but it's not the same as.
So there's only two Dooms like this one though.
Correct. And
With
this
Metal Gear
one,
Solid, I feel like
well,
they have the same.
and I think where this one came out of is important because like Doom 2016 was like from Doom 3 was the most previous game, and
Yeah,
that
so
was
it
an
was like
entirely different kind of
it was
game.
like
And
12
out of
years.
nowhere,
12
I
years
remember,
had gone by. Yeah.
I think I remember hearing about it and being like, oh, they're trying to reboot this. It's a first person shooter. It has glory kills. I remember being like, that's over the top. It's going to be stupid. And then,
And you were going to church a lot. You had a
yep,
priest
that's what
collar
I
on. You
was.
went to
I wore
preschool.
my priest collar to preschool or priest school.
But well, I mean, if you're going to
Both.
priest school, you are going to a preschool
Yeah, I both.
to look at
Anyway,
your menu.
uh-huh. And Metal Gear Solid has cover boxes, footprints in the snow. I want to say Doom, but it could go either way.
I assume you're going to pick Doom
I
just
feel like I
because
am.
there's certain games that I know you become obsessed about.
Yeah,
And there's like 3 or 4 games that you really became obsessed about in the last 10 years, and this is one of them. So
guess that's it, dude.
No Man's Sky was the other one where you cut out the
I
creator's head and put it on my ex's face.
yeah, I did. I
Sean Murray,
showed
thanks.
up my time.
So Sean Murray
Sean
made my
Murray.
ex cheat on me.
Sean Murray. I almost put No Man's Sky. You know what we should have done? We should have just taken it seriously and put our favorite games, which a lot of these are. But then I would have had No Man's Sky in here.
I
It
mean,
would
yeah,
have
but
been
I don't
really
know how you
crazy.
feel about Jazz Punk. I don't know how you feel about
I don't care about it. I just picked it because it was like goofy and kind of like off
and you
the
don't
beaten
know
path.
if I love Vince McMahon like getting shit on in the WWF game.
Mega Man X5. I know you never played it, but you like Guns N' Roses
Yeah, you don't
characters
know
and
if
their
I would have
names.
kept
I
pushing.
don't
Can you
know.
imagine if I kept pushing it?
If it was here, I would have thrown up.
So our final matchup is
All
crazy.
right.
It's Uncharted 3 versus Doom 2016.
It's I know
Shit.
which one I want and I know which one you want. So it's like kind of
So here's the
like
thing.
okay.
I'm
Play
pushing
both.
this in your favor because you've only played one of these.
Well, I don't care, dude. If you think one way or the other, like I get it, but I can't speak too much to Uncharted 3. So
All right, let's do it. This is it.
all right.
It's Doom
What do you think, dude?
2016.
Really? Okay. I'm actually for that. And I thought this game had a chance to win. It's kind of
Did you
wild.
really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so our champion is
Weird.
Doom 2016.
Huh. That's kind of a wild bracket. Here, I'm gonna take a picture so you can
Take a picture
save
of
it
it.
and do all your favorite thing, dude.
There you go.
That's nuts. Can't believe it did it.
And I'll say that. Yeah, I actually didn't expect. I mean, I should have assumed it was going to be on there, but
Right. I'll find a way to download it and everything and we'll share it with everyone. But that's really funny. I don't think we've ever shared anything and done something like that for whatever. And you'll probably post this everywhere and be like, did you guys know who won?
and then
people will be like,
I'll add a disclaimer to the beginning of the episode and say like, hey everyone, I know Nick doesn't know a lot about sports. I just want to let everyone know like I kind of filled in the gaps. And I'm gonna cut words out of you saying
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Or
Bracket
I'm gonna like
before.
talk on my microphone and overdub you and say, "What's a bracket?"
Is that what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
What's a bracket? Bracket before. I'm gonna save that one.
All right, so
Right.
we have our brackets. The winner is Doom
I like it.
2016. This episode could have been more of a disaster than I thought it was going to be.
It also could
If
have went way quicker. This is like one of our probably slowest, dumbest episodes, but it
Oh yeah,
helps
if you
if you're
don't like video
watching.
games, I know a lot of people that listen to this podcast don't really like video games.
Really?
You're
That's
not
very
gonna
funny.
you're not
Although
gonna
it
like
makes
this
sense.
episode
You're new.
because it's
Based
literally us just talking about video games as
about video
opposed to us
games.
talking
Yeah.
about like people I met in a movie theater that won't shut up and stuff like
Right.
that.
Usually we make fun of people and like talk trash on a lot of people, but not this
Yeah,
one.
not this one.
We
We
can
were
be
talking
really.
trash on some video games.
Mm-hmm. This one's, oh
So
my
that's
God,
it,
it's our
folks.
most
So I
gamey
hope
one.
we
Ugh.
hope you printed out the original, and we hope you printed out the new one and see how it compares, like what you thought, who we thought was going to win.
If you got anything different than we did, you're wrong. 100%.
And we're going to sue you.
It's facts. And we can
Uh,
find out where you live by your IP address, sue you. We're going to hurt your family members. Maybe you go to a funeral. I don't know.
I'm going to hurt myself in front of you.
I'm going to hurt someone else near you. These threats are getting a little scary.
So there's a few that Nick didn't write down that I picked. It was Diablo 2.
Okay, that's a good one. Wait. Oh, they were on your sheet?
Yeah, Diablo 2 was on there. I think I put I Am Bread. Remember I Am Bread?
Yeah, I remember I Am Bread. I would have put it against Goat Simulator for
I had
fun.
I Am Bread on there. There's
Same
a lot
studio.
that he chose not to include because
It sounds like it was
he has a
two
problem with
games.
race.
It sounds like bread.
Yeah, so get this. So I do this podcast from my street mirror, my street window.
Yeah.
And a little kid just stopped and looked inside my apartment and
I
looked at me
would've
while
too.
I'm recording.
He probably went like this and probably went, what a creep.
He did. He saw me.
I'm gonna throw up. I just realized the Guns N' Roses poster, a Guns N' Roses bandana, and you're wearing a Guns N' Roses basketball jersey.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna throw up. Maybe that's what the kid was doing.
Oh my God, that's what he was. He was like, why is that guy wearing a giant jersey?
Thank God no other games with Guns N' Roses. Otherwise, it would have been in the Final Four at least.
Well, they were in Rock Band.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Streets Final Fight. There was characters named Axel and Slash.
I kind of remember that.
Axel was a DJ in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Slash was on the cover art of Guitar Hero 3.
Were any of them in the game where you throw CDs and stuff? It was for a 32X.
The game where that was Aerosmith, right?
Yeah. Was there any reference to Guns N' Roses in there? I feel like there might have been.
I don't think so.
Said it so confidently. I don't think so. I would have known.
I mean, there's a character named Axel in Crazy Taxi.
You're okay. I think that's a car axle.
No, it's a character.
I think his name is because of the car axle.
How do you spell Axel, the car part?
No one's sure. I forget. I try and misspell it on purpose to you, and I've done it so many times. I forget.
You also try to misspell 9/11 to me all the time with a different dash or a slash.
And then a different slash.
And that's when you'll always know if somebody kidnapped us and we're making a joke about it. You'll know if we got that slash
or wrong
the
9/11, right?
The wrong connotation, right?
The wrong connotation for 9/11.
All right, so this is gonna be a long episode. We didn't do any homework, but the homework was in the episode.
It kind of was. You got to watch us work and get our hands dirty and really bounce the ball, right? Good. Give them some more basketball talk.
Dribble.
Yeah, that's what we dribbled.
Walking.
We walk.
Slam dunk.
Yeah.
Breaking the glass of the back of the
These are you're just naming events that happen sometimes in basketball. But that's
playoffs.
Fine. Playoffs. Yep.
Allen Iverson.
Yep.
Dikembe Mutombo. No.
Disney Infinity. That's what
Disney Infinity basketball. There we go. That's it.
That's it, folks.
That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed that's our bracket. I hope you enjoyed our March Madness episode. It's unlike other episodes. The video might be a little bit different when we post it, but that's how we did it because we have no way to show you the bracket.
I got
all right. See you later. We'll see you on the court, right?
Yeah. Okay. Game over, folks.
Game over, folks. See you.
Game over. This is like one of our probably slowest, dumbest episodes.
Wow. I mean, they're radioactive. They're going to die eventually.
Did you look this up while we were talking?
You know I can't do that.
You said this is your 9/11 because you lost all your photos and all your podcast work.
Everyone always forgets he has 3 Dans in his life, and it's like the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Guys, you heard it here first. He's really bossing me around this episode.
Take your kid to GameStop. Can you trade him in for Red Dead 2?
We're going to go to your house, go to your job. We're going to go to your funerals. We're going to go to wherever you are with your family.
I like that we still respect them enough to go to their funerals.